Hey guys, Eslave Manga back in with another YouTube video, and today we got a story that I actually mentioned in my top 10, and so I figured I just had to make a video about it. It's kind of a one-of-a-kind manga in the sense of I've never really seen just an all-out Viking manga. Yes, you heard me right, a Viking manga. So, there is an anime, there is a pretty good-sized manga. I have 1 through 10 in my collection. I believe there might be more out. They took a long time to come out, so I just kind of put it on the back burner until more volumes came out, because I was so into the series when it first came out, and I would just read each volume as soon as I got it, and it'd be sad because there'd be no more to read, and I didn't really want to read it online. So, let's kind of get into what is this Viking manga about, named Vinland Saga. As a child, Thorfinn sat at the feet of a great Leif Erikson and thrilled to wild tales of land far to the east, far to the west, I meant. But this youthful fantasies were shattered by a mercenary raid raised by the Vikings who murdered his family. Thorfinn became a terrifying warrior, forever seeking to kill the band's leader, Askeladd, and avenge his father. Sustaining Thorfinn through his ordeal are his pride in his family and his dreams of a fertile westward land, a land without war or slavery, the land Leif called Vinland. With its rich visual details, emotional pull, and strong characters, this historical epic is an instant winner. Got a color page, as some of them do. Starting out, very, very cool. So here we have Thorfinn, and in the back we have Askeladd, as aforementioned in the back. Get the other side of this color. So, I've actually seen the anime and read both the manga. I think that it is truly beautiful in the manga as well as in the anime. The anime has really amazing colors to it. So, I personally enjoy the story. Not only because, I'm kind of like a big guy for seinen and action, but the religious elements that it takes is actually very, very cool. Because there's not too many kind of like religious stories based around like Christianity in like a good way. I feel like there's a lot of them that kind of just go with other religions, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like Vinland takes a decent way of like not necessarily passiveness, but they forgive their enemies, which is a very interesting aspect, especially in the world of Vikings. And it definitely doesn't start out that way. As forementioned, he sees an event, and then he wants to kill this guy that murdered his father, Askeladd, so that Thorfinn, he's pretty much mad. So I'd say like half the series, and then a lot of stuff happens, ups, downs, good, bad, and the ugly, as they say. And then he finally has some of the memories of how he had with his dad and what he was trying to teach him and instill it in him as a young boy. And he gets to learn about Christianity kind of through a priest and other different people. And sadly enough, in that time period, he couldn't even read, which I feel like is pretty normal, especially like way back then. Literacy rate wasn't really, high on the agenda. I mean, especially when you're just trying to survive raids and fend for yourself food wise. I think fighting wise, There's no powers or anything like that. It's kind of like a historical based manga. Maybe not like 100% accurate. Obviously, you get to have creative liberties, but I still think it's a great story nonetheless. You get a lot of violence in it, but you also have the heartwarming moments, and then you have actually good people that actually try to go find Thorfinn. So very very heartwarming because he kind of feels lost out there, but at the same time so fueled with rage, as forementioned, trying to kill Askeladd, and that takes place for pretty much a good half of the series. And definitely, um, does he do it? Maybe. I don't really think that if he had a chance, like one on one, because you get to see them fight multiple times, but obviously Thorfinn's very young, and Askeladd's like very old and experienced. But Thorfinn kind of moves around. He doesn't always end up staying with Askeladd's group, because he has kind of like a band of mercenaries that follow him, and Thorfinn just kind of tags along, waiting for his chance to fight Askeladd, but he does it so honorably, so he like screams out like, "I challenge you to a duel," and it's kind of funny because most people in that time period, if they thought about it, they'd probably just go and try to kill him in the middle of the night, and he never does that. Like I said, he tries to do it in the most notable and honorable ways, just like his father kind of would have fought, at least in his mind. You know, I don't think Thorfinn really knew the whole backstory of his father and who he was until later on in the story when he gets to meet some of the people that actually knew his father in battles. And so I think I mentioned enough about the story. I wanted to say that it's definitely a great and worthy pickup for your collection. Really cool that they're bigger volumes in comparison to standard volumes. Get a little size comparison. As you can see, it pretty much almost dwarfs even just a standard volume of like Berserk. I think these are like 2, maybe 3-in-1s, but I'm pretty sure they're 2-in-1s. Um, I want to say that's the only editions that they have out for Vinland Saga. I could be wrong. Um, for the longest time, I really only thought that they were going to have one printing of Attack on Titan, but now they have like a mega version. And it kind of looks really, really good, but at the same time, I already have Attack on Titan finished. We'll definitely have to make a video about that one day. But I think we're going to wrap it up here. And whether you go watch Vinland Saga in the anime or check it out in the manga, definitely keep it on your radar if you haven't seen it already. Anyways, I think we're going to end it here, like I said. And see you around. Have a good night. Have a good day. What time you're watching, I don't know. But we'll see you around. Islay Manga back in with another YouTube video. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And we'll see you around.